everybody here?
Yeah.
All right. Welcome to the north of Sweden, Docksta. In front of you, you are looking at the remote control center for the Autonomous Ocean Core. And what we're going to show today is that we are going to control a vessel in different modes that is, as the bird flies, 1,840 kilometers from this current position, give or take a few decimals. So what we're going to show you is, if we start from the left to the right, your left at least, is that we have the direct maneuver mode here. This direct maneuver mode mimics the controls on board the boat. So you can actually run this as you would a remote control boat. Coming here, we have the vector maneuver mode. Here we can move the boat in different angles, 90 degrees to the side, forward, backwards, 45 degrees, and so on. And we can even rotate the boat. What's interesting about this is that when you move the boat and there's nobody on board, you actually have to know that the boat will actually move in exactly 90-degree angle. And the system will compensate for current, wind, and so on, so the boat will move deterministically in a 90-degree angle. Looking here is our drive camera. This one is very important because this drive camera has a very low latency. The picture you're seeing here is roughly about 0.1 to 0.2 seconds old. For the demo, we have captured a lot of different views and cameras. For the demo, it's important to say this is about 7 seconds old. And you guys as journalists know this. If you're doing live streams and encoding pictures, it takes some time for that to reach the destination. So that's about 7 seconds. So you realize that sometimes this seems to happen first, and that's completely natural. But moving down here past the vector mode, we actually have where we start seeing the autonomous part of the mission. Here, in this view, you will set a mission point there, and the craft will navigate to this point completely autonomously. And we discussed this before, that we have land mass here, and the white is water, and that's the 3-meter curve. We don't want to collide with land, and the system, we know about all the static objects, because this landmass has been here for millions and millions of years, of course. And there's been things here that have been for a shorter time, but they're still static, such as lighthouses, buoys, and spars, and so on. Those things we know about, we won't collide with them. But then we have the problem with other boats on the ocean, of course. So then we have to have a perception system. Today we're using our navigational radar, right there, spinning, to give us this view, and it will read into the collision avoidance system, so what we see, we will not hit. Another very important thing to add on is the mission modes I was talking about. And here we can choose which mode we want to be in. If we want to be in external safety, local safety, or assault mode. I think, so this is, I think I'll start the demo now. I would like to introduce to you guys Alexander, who is one of the developers behind the system, and he will bring us through the different parts. So, take it away. I can narrate for you if you want. Okay. So now Alexander is going to start by showing the direct maneuver mode. So try to see the screen here, or you can look here and you'll see exactly what happens. This screen has no latency at all. What happens here is here and now. So Alex has put the buckets to the forward position and gives a bit of throttle. And we'll see the speed start accelerating here. And you'll see on the drive camera that the boat will start moving. And then a bit of a latency on that one, but here goes the boat. And you see the driver's seat is completely empty as well. And it's hard to see that it's a very nice looking boat. I do agree. So So right now we're doing 23 knots. The boat can do 45 knots. I told you I was not going to talk about the boat, but I can't resist. But we're going to limit us to around 25 knots because the drone can't fly faster than that. So we're going to. So you see the drive camera flimmering here, and that is actually one of the good things. Because when the drive camera feels that it doesn't have enough bandwidth or the latency becomes too much, it will actually go black. And this is the advantage of it, because it's better to have a black screen than an old picture. So Alex will come to a stop here, just by bringing down the throttles here. And what's now, Alex? Do you want to show some vector maneuvering?
Sure, I can show some vector maneuvering.
This is a bit hard to see in this, but you will see on the vector of the boat that it will point in the direction that we're moving.
Start by
going to the port side. So you see the track here, the trail. What's happening there? And the system is now compensating for it had some forward speed. So now you see the system is compensating to go back, as I said, to be deterministic and doing an exact 90-degree angle. So this is the system figuring out all by itself how I should give Alexander here the right direction, so he doesn't have, with the limited view and the limited feel you have on the boat, you have to have this exactness. Bringing us back to the live demo. We're actually going around the peninsula
automatic.
Here. Yeah. So I was in a fortunate position. I like my work, so I can talk for hours about it. So here you see the waypoints that are quite returning points, what you want call them, that are a bit denser together to navigate around. And now we have a safety margin to land or to obstacles. When we go with salt mode, it's not going to be that far away from land. It's going to be closer.
Here's a silly question. How do we get this picture right now? Is this a drone?
Oh yeah, exactly. It's not a silly question at all. Today, for this purpose of Euronaval, we actually have a drone operator on board the vessel, and actually have one of my colleagues which is mixing the pictures here as well as we go. So we have a bit of a production going as well. But that's just for you guys. When we drive this, we only get the box.